हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू एंकी लाइव। एंड टू बी ऑनेस्ट, आज बड़े दिनों बाद हम आए हैं। एंड आज हम जो करने वाले हैं उसको कहते हैं हम हमेशा की तरह अपना देखो, लेट मी जस्ट सेट अप सम थिंग्स। जैसे कि अरे हाँ, आ गया। ओके। यस एंड यस एंड यस एंड यस। ओके, सो जस्ट गो टू द EWC। ठीक है, मैंने देखा नहीं है। सर्वाइवल स्टेज का पहला दिन है और हम जो है गेम खेलने वाले हैं। ठीक है, देखने वाले हैं। सो लेट्स गो। ओके वेट, चलो लेट्स गो। चलो फाइनली, हाँ यस, मैं बड़े दिनों बाद देख रहा हूँ। पहली मतलब काफ़ी टाइम हो चुका है मुझे गेम देखे बिना। सो लेट्स इंट्रोड्यूस एंड चेक कौन कौन सी टीम है।
Nongshim Red Force.
नॉन्गशिम रेड फोर्स। ओके, देखो, जो ग्रैंड फाइनल था उसके लिए ग्रुप स्टेज पहले हो चुके हैं, तो हम उसको ड्रॉ करते हैं। एंड मुझे बताना, मुझे आवाज़ सही से आ रही है? ओके, आवाज़ आई थिंक यस, आई थिंक इट्स गुड नाउ। ठीक है,
Galacticos.
हाँ।
Hora Esports. Power Esports.
डांस कर रहे हैं भाई, सही है। लेट देम हैव फन ब्रो।
Carrier Esports.
एक सेकंड रुको ना, मैं तो हम नाम चेंज कर लेते हैं।
R8
ऐसा ना हो
Esports.
हमें PUBG मोबाइल आके बोले कि तुमने हमारा नाम कॉपी का कर लिया रे। देखो, PMWC डे 1
Fire Flux
सर्वाइवल स्टेज,
Esports.
वॉश बॉडी वेज, एंकी।
Team Vision.
ओके,
Influence Rage.
so guys let's start the game.
E Arena. Kinotrope Gaming.
होंगे क्वालिफाई? कौन, देखते हैं भाई। मतलब क्या ही बोले भाई, इंडिया के तो
AX TMG.
बढ़िया ही चल रहा है।
Team Falcons.
पता है, मैं इतने दिनों बाद आया हूँ गेम खेल, मतलब ये देखने। मेरे को समझ ही नहीं आ रहा कि मैं क्या बातें करूँ। मैं तो थंबनेल नहीं बनाए जा रहे थे अपने। गाइस,
Alpha 7 Esports.
एक्चुअली तो पता है, मैं सबके साथ खेल चुका भाई। मैं मूड बना क्या मूड बना, डांस करूँ तेरे लिए मैं?
There's a different kind of tension in the air today. Is it the realization that the next 2 days could be their last? Survival can be summed up in 3 words. Never give up. Let's see which of these teams live up to that statement. It is
Yes.
time for the survival stage.
भाई थोड़ा कंफर्टेबल हो जाता है थोड़े से। एंड हियर वी गो गाइस। ओके देखो, आई डोंट नो कि तुम किसको सपोर्ट कर रहे हो यहाँ पर। ठीक है, सो मैं तो देखो नेपाल की टीम्स को हम हैंडल करते हैं, तो आई एम ऑल फॉर होरा गेमिंग, होरा ई स्पोर्ट्स एंड ऑफ कोर्स इंडियन। अबे मोड नहीं, मॉडरेटर, अच्छा मॉड बना। रुक जा भाई। ओ Oh, I did something bad, very bad. Wait. अरे यार. Wait a second. Wait a second.
As another huge titan of PUBG Mobile, Regnum Carrier, currently also finds themselves down here as well.
And no one
भाई
expected
जो
that
अभी
to
गाली
happen.
पड़ती है ना इस काम के
Real
चक्कर में.
Regnum, they've been the most
रुक
talked
जाओ भाई.
about team, I think, even above A7, really. I feel like they have gotten the most conversation about them coming into this event. And here they are in survival stage. I will say in their defense, though, that they actually had a really good
आज ये थोड़ी के हो
group
रहा है
stage.
मूड बना.
42 points day 1, 39 points day 2.
यार
Very,
क्या
very
भाई.
consistent. It's just that with a 2-point difference from 8th place, somebody's got to be in that 9th place. Unfortunately, it was them. But for me, they didn't play all that badly, to me.
I would agree. I think it was just
अब मुझे ना
a really good attempt.
एक
It's
टाइम पे
nowhere
दो
near
चीज
what we
मिक्स
saw
करने
back
के लिए
in
बोलो.
Kingjo, right?
That is
Like, they are not up to
Wait.
that level just yet. But no, they're getting back into it.
Error
I saw them right now.
moderators,
I
standard
think Topic
moderators.
was bouldering and you had a
Done,
someone
bye,
just
done हो
chilling
गया.
next to the pool. They're having a good time. They're feeling comfy
let's-
here in Riyadh, but
Yeah.
they're going to try and make it in the top 8.
Final thoughts here before we get to it, 7.
It's going to be team
ओके देखो आज जो अच्छा खेलेंगे अब वही लोग जा पाएंगे ग्रैंड फाइनल में तो इसलिए शांति से देखो एंड सपोर्ट योर टीम.
step it up a little bit more. If I'm not mistaken, I think he ended up with 0 eliminations for all of group
Right.
stage,
Whoa.
which is insane.
That's a disaster. That is a disaster. And I mean, they were only 37 points across the group stage. Thank you very much, guys. I'm getting word that we are ready to head into the game here. It's an understood situation why Alpha 7 and Falcons are being focused on here. Two massive names who are now here in the survival stage. Let's head over to the casters for game number 1 here.
क्या भाई सब बंदे सेट हो रहे हैं. तुम भी सेट वेट हो जा आराम से बैठो आराम से लोड टेंशन नहीं लेने का बिल्कुल प्रॉपर्ली खेलेंगे.
Myself, Jackie, and of course the magnificent Blank, who are going to be bringing you the action live as it comes to us. Some good talking points set up by the desk, as always, very Maxim-esque.
Very Maxim-esque indeed. And look, it's going to take more than a huddle to save the Falcons.
Oh yeah.
Let's put it that way. I respect the boys again, hey.
भाई उसने पंखे पे रख दिया भाई सही है.
It's not
Good.
enough to get loud. You've got to get a little bit freaky in those games too.
Yeah,
As Revo was saying earlier, right, you've got to change stuff up.
Bro, that's the thing. I think the pageantry only goes so far, right? You've got to come out today, absolutely play some lights out PUBG Mobile. It's not going to help too.
None of the dramatics.
That's what I mean. Like,
No dramatic.
he's behind you. None of that, Blank.
चलो guys let's get into the game.
Rack up these points and show us what they're made of. Survival stage is dubbed that for a reason.
भाई क्या ट्रांजिशन था भाई ये.
And for a team
Sexy.
like those two, for Falcons and Alpha 7,
Yeah,
it's an
sure.
interesting X that's on top of them, but so many other talented squads that are going to be looking to scrap it out and make their way through.
Another 8 teams to go through to the finals here in our survival
Okay,
stage.
okay. AXTMG, our slot is 10.
Here.
Nice,
Our rotating lobby
nice.
either, so we're going to have the same 16 teams every single time, which is going to make things slightly easier when it comes to those drop spots, figuring out
तुम्हें क्या लगता है कि आज हम इंडिया की टीम जाएगी क्वालिफाई करेगी?
You've got one rivaling team that's going to be taking it to you every single time. What it looks like right now, AX dropping on top of one team. And I'm assuming that's Nongshan Red Force.
Right back to day one's flavour there, Blank. A callback, really, a hot drop that I believe they came out on top with cleanly. I'm pretty sure they shut down Nongshan Red Force very handedly on that one. And that actually set them up for one of the better days we've seen from them.
We probably would have had better games.
Better being the operative one,
Yeah.
you know, not amazing, but better.
Yeah, their day one was all right.
भाई मैच स्टार्ट हो चुका है दिखा के नहीं रहे भाई ये लोग.
They struggled on
एक
day
एक
3
किल भी
a
कर
lot.
दिया उसने.
But it will be R8 losing one player early on. That's between them and Yangon Galacticos.
अच्छा पहला जोन आएगा yes.
Two pretty integral
Nice.
locations on as well as
यार लेकिन बहुत सारी टीम तो बाहर रह जाएंगी बहुत टाइम जल्दी भागेंगे.
Take a while to kick off, but in the meantime, it is Yangon Galacticos. Nade over the top, Smile very low. Yet another one taken down.
See if they can build from this up close and personal spam with the SMG trying to bait him in. It's a quick peek back with the DBS.
Nope.
Nice knock. Oh, it's really not going well in the overall fight though. You can see him being able to convert onto these knocks as well, so it's getting messy for both sides.
Got the Vector out. Fast fire rate on the side, but a good tag around the edge. But somehow, he absolutely fumbles it. Say Cloud will stay up here. 3 players up, 4 elims, very nice stuff. R8 goes down.
Okay, यहाँ देखते हैं NS versus AX
Playing
कैसे
very
खेलेगी.
cautiously, very safe.
Wait,
For
wait,
Ralph here from
wait.
Falcons making the rotate up towards Tambang. This has got to be, like you say, more than pageantry. This just can't be a rotate that you make, and it's just setting up there for setting up their sake. You know, he needs to check in over towards Ruins. This is a perfect opportunity for them to figure out how they want to deal with Ruins. We got a northwest circle on this one. If he recalls the rest of the boys, which they honestly, in my opinion, should be moving pretty shortly. It's something they struggle with every time. Yes, Ralph sends up this way. You got to follow up on that. You have to follow up on that.
Oh, इसने भाई किंट्रो पे क्या बंदा मार दिया भाई, पल्ले पड़ गया.
Towards Ruins as well, and that's a representative from E Arena with Joker in position to get a rough read, listening out for the audio cues. But of course, cutting over to what's going on the main feed here, Keenatron taking a bit of damage early on. It's actually Power Gaming, of course. The Power Esports boys coming out swinging. Again, another side that I feel like they were really hit with the unlucky stick towards the opening games we saw from them. By the end blank, they warmed up a bit. They were more proactive. You were seeing some nice splits, good fights. It's not really been that same level of lethality, though, I was expecting to see from Power.
Easy was pretty pissed, let's be honest, on that final day. There was a couple of moments where they dropped the ball. Overall, it was a successful day, in my opinion.
That's fair.
Yeah, they didn't make it into that top 8, but I think you're right. It looked a lot better than their day 1. So for Power, at least, there's definitely opportunity because I do respect it. I like the fact
यार
that
पता
they
नहीं
were
मेरे को
still
क्या लग रहा है
willing
कि
to
ये
tell
बहुत
each other, like,
फंस के ना मर जाए ना.
guys, we've got to sort this out. There are some situations where we're just not playing well, and you know things are bad when Easy's the one who's holding the
Okay,
reins a lot
Joker
of
ने
times. You don't wanna see
Falcon के player को
Al-Hajj
मारा.
in the front line. Navallo's down.
Mate, this is what I was worried about. You could see both of them had the same idea to try and third party on this setup, but E Arena just instigate it and have already started to put Falcons into a rough spot. The AX setup as well on the drop, it's Henry that goes down. The thing that worries me here, this is way slower. The last time they went for this hot drop, they were taking the punches. They were the ones engaging. Henry seems like he went in for an opening sort of punch with the DBS. Didn't work. He's down, he's isolated, no one's there to back him up. But that worries me. Already, that's a sign of them not playing as confidently as they did last time.
It makes no sense to me either for Falcons, because if you're on that rotator from Sami, you've got a quick angle to get across that bridge there. Remember, Thunder Talk's out in the game.
भाई स्काई मर गया भाई हो रखा.
Alter Ego in the game. That's the Northwest Island pop.
आज क्या हो रहा है इतनी जल्दी
Well,
ऐसे?
so you've got teams moving in, but most likely on this first game of the
Survival,
survival stage,
like,
Camp Alpha is
that's
going to
fine.
be pretty bare. Let's be quite frank about it. And I think for the Falcons, this should have been a quick read, sent up, go towards Camp Alpha, or at least the compounds on that south side of it, scout it, and then move further in. I don't understand why we're waiting around here. Okay. If not, just have a look in over towards AX and Nongshan Red Force. You maybe get a pick off there, but the speed is slow. It's a slow rollout.
This is certainly a slow setup here as well. Doxy just playing on the edge towards the doorway there. You've got Cyrax in position. If he runs in, baited out by the shots, you should get a quick connection off with the DBS, take him down from the sidelines.
भाई मिस हो जाएगा भाई, रुक जाए but.
It is only 3 of them left, of course, with Henry falling.
Oh no 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 no. What? No 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 no. गया. Oh.
Not just with one
Oh.
follow up supported by the squad.
भाई.
That's how they shut them down.
God. I mean, fair play.
Wait, that was
to him, right. He got the hit reg off.
Yeah.
that was very
And he
bad.
just doesn't do enough damage. I think the annoying
ये तो
thing
पहले ही
for him
मैच
is
में
that
भाई इतनी
Doxy
जल्दी.
just goes in with
F
such
भाई.
careless abandon that it's almost hard to hit the shot.
F भाई.
We have AX going down there.
ये बहुत बुरा हुआ, गलत हो गया भाई.
Nongshan Red Force, definitely a positive sign for them.
चलो.
4 players up. Power loses 2 as they move up. Easy. Frontliner, nade in hand, always has been touted as one of the better players on that team when it comes to those nades. Yeah, this was silly, in my opinion.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a lot of emotion.
Yeah, I mean, you know how much it means to them. And that is a brutal start.
Oh,
When you've
भाई.
got to sit there and just really absorb the atmosphere of the other teams
भाई
now.
साहब.
No influence you can have on this lobby.
क्या चल रहा है भाई,
It
मतलब
also causes problem for you into the
पता
future.
है एक तो सैनॉक का मेन दिक्कत ये है कि सैनॉक में ना फाइट्स बहुत ज्यादा मतलब कंटिन्यूस रहती है, देख रहे हो तुम.
Alright,
देखो वहाँ हॉरा भाग रही है.
Galacticos.
विजन है, पावर है.
Al-Hajji's still down. Managed to get 2 elims this game. I don't know how far he is out from this compound. We'll see if they can get him back up again, but I think it's highly unlikely.
कितने दिन और मैचेस होंगे टोटल? भाई देख बताता हूँ, ये चल रहा है सर्वाइवल स्टेज. ठीक है, सर्वाइवल स्टेज है, ये 2 दिन का है, आज और कल का. फिर इसके बाद है ग्रैंड फाइनल जो कि रहेगा 1st, 2nd एंड 3rd अगस्त का. मैचेस वही ना मैचेस क्या था मैचेस कितने यार मैचेस का मुझे आइडिया थी 6 होंगे पर डे आज के 6 आज 12 है ना हाँ देखो सरवाइवल स्टेज में आज 6 कल 6 होंगे
Thundertalks Camp Alpha, Alter Ego, top side of the mountain. Teams should know that there is so many locations. I don't know why no one went to any of these spots either. I wonder if they just assumed that they would just be running into hot drops, and it's just hilarious to
अब
me
एक
that we
सेकंड
instead
रुको
get hot
मैं
drops
एक
on
काम कर लूं
Ruins as well as Paris as
मुझे
well.
कॉल करना पड़ेगा ना वेट अ सेकंड
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed. It's already looking like a bit of a scrappy one to kick us off here, going into the first day of survival stage. It's uncomfortable as well for Power, right? You had that third party set up towards the ridge side there with Hora getting the vision down, so they were able to take the connection shot off onto Al-Haji. And you're just trapped, feeling like sitting ducks, especially from the angles they've got if you try and peek out into it. Okay, E-Arena on our screens here, though. Already claimed that one Elim to start things off. Could be a good setup from Loxy from the sideline. Molly in through the door, Nade's responding on top of it as well. Spam on the smoke to see if he can get a connection. Topsic has that nade towards the backside. You've got a bit of a reposition from Joker there. He was the man that took a big blow onto Falcons to knock one player early, and he's still building. Good close quarters combat, quick reposition, find himself some cover. Wanted to
एक और प्लेयर भाई ये फाइट्स इतनी ज्यादा वो क्यों हो रही है भाई इंटेंस देखियो ये देख कितनी फास्ट कितना फास्ट हो रहा है गेम इस बोल रहा है कि 2x पे हम देख रहे हैं गेम को बिल्कुल ऐसा लग रहा है देखने पे 2x पे गेम क्यों चल रहा है भाई
They've got to clean them out, remove Mormon from the position, so they've actually got some backline cover with that roam up from Falcons. You're going into his domain though. DBS, oh, nice moves to at least try and bait him off with the peek from the side, but Mormon's ready for the first.
Okay.
Just two players there for Regnum Kaya. Not ideal whatsoever. Not an easy circle to play for Regnum Kaya. But getting in here on this engagement, I think for Loxy, he's getting caught on the backside here. No information. It was a bit of a weird one with the 1-3 split going on. And the timing's just a bit off. It's a good Molotov actually from Joker as well because it prevents Loxy from going back in that building.
पता नहीं मेरे को क्यों लग रहा है कि बहुत ज़्यादा फास्ट हो रहा है गेम देख लो पावर भाई ले वॉल्ट भी गया भाई विजन का
Now just Silas, Poshpik left alive. They've got no clue where these bullets are coming from either, scanning the horizon.
The Elim feed as well, it's that delayed fight that was going on between Vision and Power. Trapped in the compound for quite some time. Nofit was the one just guarding, watching over the top if they did peek out, but intermittent skirmish just between the two teams. No room for him to snatch away some points from that yet. And this has really been starved out as well. Obviously just that duo left, not the ideal start. A team that really could go so far here as well. You know, one of the horses that you were expecting
वहाँ पे easy मारे जा रहा है मार्सेलो को किसी पावर का फाइट किन दिखा रहे भाई ये ले पूरी टीम ही गई भाई
taken out.
Yeah, Alteki, very shiny coat on that one coming off the back of PMGO. And to be honest, I put a lot of stock in that team.
Yeah.
I put a lot of stock in Regnum Kaya. I do think
पावर
they can go
के 6 पॉइंट हो गए भाई उन्होंने पूरे एक स्क्वाड प्लस 2 बंदों को मार चुके हैं वो
on day 3 of group stages. Anky was 2 points. 2 points to sat between
really
them,
close,
making it in. I think they ended up on 9th place there.
अब मुझे इनकी लग रहा है कि पावर और हॉरा की फाइट हो सकती है अगर सही से देखोगे तो देखो ऊपर की तरफ जो है बंदा यहाँ पे
over on Sandhawk. They do have technically one of the strongest locations right now. But do they really have it, or are they just living in E-Arena's territory?
Yeah, chill right, bro. Yeah, chill right.
We'll actually get the Falcons move up onto them as well. They've been biding their time for a while here. Meanwhile, we join the action with Alpha 7. Of course, defending champions of the trophy and the title from last year, but a very different look with how they've seen out on the battleground. Riva with the first contact, good shots over at least. Able to keep himself behind cover.
Not sure what Doxy's doing here, just kind of open themselves up for Revo to take any shots that he would like. Over the top, will hit hard. Doxy will go down. It's a heavy blow to take. Second one goes through, almost was on target, a little bit of a bouncer there. Could have been terrible news for Nongshim Red Force. Difficult location for Falcons play from though. As we head up towards Regnum Kaya as well as E-Arena, it's just a bit of a hill, right? It's pretty sheer.
Falcon versus NS की fight हो गई, मैंने कहा था.
On this location, it's going to be downhill battles for some of these teams, and more often than not, an uphill battle.
And some
You would be
dogs ही गया भाई.
on struggle street.
भाई मैं यार तुम्हें लग रहा है कि लग रहा था सच्ची था. हर्ष तेरे को लग रहा है कि लग रहा. ये बहुत फास्ट चल रहा है गेम में, तो पता भी नहीं लग रहा.
Towards the Falcons, you're going to have bullets coming in from either side, feeling uncomfortable with the split as well, down to just 2 players off the back of this. Some nice nade work from Squash. He's been quite consistent, I'll give him that as well. It's been nice to see what Squash has been bringing to the roster.
He's fitted.
Yeah.
And Slippy, oh भाई power के बंदे को लेगा Slippy भाई.
It's nice to see for Alpha 7 they can just get on board with him. They're right though, they do have to try something different. It's not working. You could, this is very different for Alpha 7, I would say. It's a much more passive playstyle than we usually see over on Sandhawk. They took their time to head over towards this position. The circle does afford them that time though, over on this southern bridge, and I do wonder how they're going to play this one out. Luckily for them, Falcons are losing a player. You've got Nongsh and Red Force down to 2. So there is a route in for Alpha 7.
Regnum Kaya as well. It feels like it's so unfortunate with the setup there of how that initial fight went. And ever since, right, you've been trapped. Silas just having to keep himself in cover with the vehicle behind. Knows there's teams around him.
The crazy thing to me is that E-Arena's not cleared them.
No.
Because I get that Silence could take shots. I mean, if I'm E-Arena right now, I'm looking to clear Regnum Kaya as this circle starts to push in. A lot of these teams on the northeast side are worrying about one another as opposed to E-Arena and Regnum Kaya. You don't want them sat in this location. It's such a strong spot as well, considering like the surrounding area of it, where it's quite difficult to push over to that location. There's a little bit of cover in terms of trees as well as the rocks. But you have prime location. And so do Falcons. Falcons managed to pull this back from what was a bit of a shaky start, in my opinion. I feel like they could have had this a lot sooner.
And A7 मारेगा यहाँ पे? नहीं, ये नीचे से गया तो.
You had the reposition from Ragnar as well, of course, the last remaining member of Power Esports. Not bad considering they found themselves 6 eliminations, but obviously going to want to try and steal away more. So much line of sight to play with. Really just tucked in now. Vehicle gets hit with a barrage of bullets from the bridge there. Korea being able to get vision onto him, so he's just got to tuck in.
I think he shot his own tire out.
क्योंकि भी कुछ टीम को हैंडल करनी होती है ना, एक चिकन रुक जाओ
Close,
not ideal.
close.
Yeah, not ideal.
I guess this has at least taken the attention off Binny. Obviously, he tucked in underneath the bridge a while ago when Nongchin had to back off.
Check it. At least check it. He should know there's another team around here. He clears one. He knows there's at least 2 players up for Nongchin Red Force. Clear the bridge, please.
This actually spot it as well. Late on the rotate. Man, he could be problematic.
For Alpha 7, they've got a fantastic spot to play out this game, at least get a top 4, right? You don't clear bridge, you lose a player to bridge, that hampers your chances. In the meantime, Yangon Galacticos have been pushing in from the blue, right? Now they're up against Influence Rage, and Myrna sends a wild spray in over towards Diego, who luckily gets the shot around the side.
Vision obscured, but the bullets are on target for Diego, though. Response back up close.
And right is down.
Lay on the bandage. I mean, to be fair, I'm saying that, but in the moment, that's a difficult decision to make.
Yeah.
You gotta be quick thinking. So I can't be too upset with that one. I think the fact that Yangon Galacticos gets as far as they do is already very impressive. Horror Esports moving across from that northeast side. They do clean up Trope with Scarface actually find those shots from Fireflux. Always on the long range, that guy, as we go in towards our next circle. That's brutal. That is brutal. Almost no reason to be on the south side of the circle here. And Revo goes down. Was that to Tizzy or Billy?
Tizzy, yeah, Tizzy from the coastline.
It is sloppy.
Yeah.
It is sloppy.
I think the thing is, yeah, okay, they finally got vision onto it. That's the scary bit, because then obviously you turn your head on a swivel, you're expecting back towards the coastal side.
And
Binny might have
that
been
was a
able to
good
cause some
decision.
issues, both dive
मैं
in
सिर्फ बाद में
towards
लेता हूँ
the
लोगों,
water.
पहले मैच खत्म होने दो भाई.
This is getting
मैच मिस हो
messy.
जाएगा मेरा काम के चक्कर में.
Squash is looking around the side. There is a team coming through.
Oh, that was good.
Is a nice angle. Well played, Squash.
Why? That was good. That was good. Hi, Chiku Rose. Welcome to the stream. How are you?
Five looks over towards the east.
This is EWC, bro. ठीक है.
Right now, they
ESPORTS
just
World
need
Cup.
to clear a lot of these teams on their eastern side, but they lose one in Solus, which is not good. They have a lot more teams to deal with, and they need a large roster to make that happen. Desperately needs to get him back up on his feet. Binny will go down eventually. Regnum Kaya actually winning on the north side.
And यहाँ पे एनएस भी नहीं जाते हुए भाई मार दिया भाई खत्म
Squash
भाई.
finally being able to finish that one off onto Binny as well. And you're right.
And yes, one more
It's
team
not
is
ideal
down.
whatsoever for intense game. Bullets back over onto it. Meanwhile, we lose the last
Oh, भाई
representative.
हावड़ा भी
Sports
गई
as
भाई.
well.
Haura has only 4 points for this match.
It's two guys.
Wow.
Push.
Yeah, go for something confident here, surely. Play off one another. I mean, Silas has just been tucked in this exact pass for like a good, 5-10 minutes. Effectively uncontested. The nade back.
This is wild. This is wild. One on the
And
side
there's
will
one
go
gone now.
down. Toshbek needs to be quick on the trigger though. If he wants to get Silas back up, one goes down the back lines. They might just finish this off. Now just Mormon left alive.
And
Toshbek
one more left.
1v1.
गया. Oh. Oh नहीं oh मार दिया.
Okay, quick switch to the shotty secondary.
Oi.
And lock that one up. But that is rough, dude. The fact he's forced it down to the solo, decision to make to go for the pick back up
That
as
was
well,
good,
especially
right? That
with
was
5 blocks
good.
further down the hillside. How has he got away with so much mischief? Just 2 of them.
Okay, only top 5 teams are remaining, guys.
Up again, but yeah, messy. Very, very messy. I do think that the arena could just have pushed them slightly earlier there. With nades, take 2 angles. If you're getting shot, just back it up. Falcons, though, fantastic spot. Could have had 4. Alvaro didn't go down. But Alpha 7 do make it to that coastal side, and Tizzy continues to be a problem.
Yeah, the double spray. He got the backline angle for a double spray onto Alpha 7.
They know he's here.
They were aware from so long ago. Exposed themselves to it. This is brutal.
भाई
Roll
बच
up
जाएगा.
as well. Falcons potentially
गया.
realizing-
बचते गया भाई. What the hell भाई? That was so good. Oh भाई. भाई कुछ भाई क्या था भाई? बढ़िया भाई. मजा आ गया.
Falcons looking to put themselves in a good spot.
I was hoping Falcons just take down Tizzy there. Honestly.
And as Red Force has been
Fair play to Falcons.
down.
This has been an odd game all round. Let's be honest. I think Falcons could have been quicker over towards that north side. There's a lot of teams like Northwest Island that were cut out in that top 8, who were finding the most success there.
And
Ralph, my
भाई क्या बचा भाई?
literally eats it, chomps down on it.
देखो they are talking like same, like me, but they are exaggerating things ना. मैं इतना नहीं बकवास कर सकता. मैं देखूंगा और मैं बोलूंगा जो दिमाग में आएगा, जो दिल में आएगा.
Difference is obviously when you look at the battle of attrition, right? Falcons the only squad that have 3 players left alive going into this. Want to play off one another, rotate over from Fireflux as well. The arena in position to at least get a shot potentially back onto Redox from the side.
Scarface is not... He's a bit of an unknown factor here for these teams because he is incredibly good when it comes to these open sight lines. They also have this ridge to work around. And Fireflux are currently inside the circle. Falcons have to push out into that open ground. E-Arena also need to move, but they're close to the circle, so they can afford to wait slightly. You can see here Koa as well as Ralph edging closer and closer.
And he's down, he's down. Gaya.
That's Ralph going down, and Koa has to play in the smokes, but there's Scarface.
Oh, here
भाई
he
बचा लिया
comes.
भाई, लेकिन
Unloads
नहीं.
the magazine, gets a clean connection off.
Oh, पूरी टीम गई.
From Redox,
What?
goes both ways.
Nice
Where
one,
the
nice
fight
one, nice
E-Arena
one.
leaves us in the final fight with just 2 squads, Fireflux and Falcons.
This is
So,
fantastic.
who will win now?
He has to immediately start moving up. He knows he can't delay. And I think actually Fireflux won't expect him being this close.
Yeah,
Like, that was a
yes.
stellar decision from him.
Catch. Spotted out from Redox in the back line. Prime nade from Koa, chucked back over. Calls it quits on the push back up. 2-2 split. A lot of distance to work with here. Uphill battle, just spots out the head, but it's a quick timing on the peak. Scarface, back over, bullets down, heavy tag.
The only thing is that Redux almost scares him off the position that Cole was going for with the nade. This nade's coming in quick though.
ये क्या हुआ
Sends
मतलब?
the nade down, does good damage over towards Ketch, and Scarface is yet to toss the nade just yet. Could air burst over towards him.
Oh,
Cole's
nice
in
one,
towards
nice
Ketch,
one, nice
will
one,
win
nice
it
one.
out.
Oh, the
Nice
timing
one.
kind of
एक बचा
follows the
है. I think Falcon नहीं बच पाएगा.
Redux with a
गया.
big task ahead of him. Quick peek up over the rock face. Battling
I
back
don't think
with
so.
the DBS, trying to
Falcon-
keep them isolated.
क्या
Give
Falcon
himself
जीतेगा?
one
I don't think so, यार.
v1s. He's got the heal in. Quick peek back around, trying to see if he can bait them on the face. If they give him an opportunity, he can snatch it up close.
Yes.
Scarface handles it, and they
Oh,
will
भाई.
snatch that one away.
It's a dangerous proposition.
चल एक मिनट रुकना, मैं कुछ काम कर रहा हूँ. एक सेकंड मुझे.
Scars into the battleground there from long range. Give him a sight line, give him an opening, giving him an open field that it's hard to deal with him. For the Falcons though, again, cannot give enough praise over towards Koa. He is just making some big movements. I really do think if Redux doesn't take those shots there, potentially that nade goes through. It's a little bit of a miscom, potentially. It might be a case he has to take those shots to keep himself alive, but yeah, frustrating. Definitely frustrating stuff there.
It just felt like the pace, very slow burn on that one as well. You can see they're not over-egging it. I don't know if that's going to be a problematic issue though as well, but there just isn't that much level of instant engages, the quick confidence, the plays you'd expect them to make. A little bit more
Guys,
they walk away with second place.
दिखाना क्या highlight आया?
One to kick off the survival stage. We'll bring you more action in a few minutes' time.
एक मिनट भाई, तुम बताते भी नहीं हो, मुझे पता नहीं चलता. Yes.
Cybertron's future is near.
I have a feeling कि इसका तो मेरे को आएगा प्रॉपर. ये क्या हो रहा है ये?
Autobots, roll out!
Aborts, roll out.
This planet reeks of weakness. Your courage reignites my spark. We'll crown a new lord of Cybertron.
एक सेकंड रुको गाइस, तुम मेरे को ही देख लो 2 मिनट के लिए, ठीक है? मैं क्योंकि कुछ काम कर रहा हूँ और फिर तुम्हें दिखा पाऊंगा. जब तक वैसे भी ऐड चल रहा है, 1 मिनट का टाइम है हमारे पास, थोड़ा चलने देते हैं, ठीक है? वेट अ सेकंड, मेरे को ये टीम स्पिरिट एंड विचुअल का कुछ काम करना है. जस्ट अ सेकंड, लेट मी डू इट राइट नाउ. टर्न And then एक सेकंड, यस हो गया डन। ओके, एक मेरा आ चुका है।
In that mess. We'll just
Let's
wait
go
into
to
the
the
team decide of
one.
trifecta, wait for all the teams to fight and eliminate each other, and then we transition, claim the high ground to go for the win. It was a clean executed chicken dinner. I do think other teams maybe showed more potential, but we finally get a Turkish chicken dinner instead of Regnum Kara, which is kind of impressive.
I mean, for a team that has a lot of experienced players, this is something you and I were talking about, Max, coming into today, is that we were kind of expecting Fireflies to be a bit of a dark horse today, right? The experience is there. They just haven't really been executing a plan. So for them to get a chicken dinner here, it kind of sends a bit of a red flag to all the other teams that they are here to win it and make it to the grand finals.
I mean, because if you tell me how do Fireflux tend to play, passive does not come to mind. Okay, their team, they see you, they chase you down, they get the 4 points. Here they were just playing very slow, which that shows growth for me, that they might be able to make in the top 8.
I think something that was cool about their approach towards those final circles is they were hedging their bets. We were talking about how the coastline can be very strong in these kind of circles, but also you have Scarface North trying to position as if he could potentially take the high ground once the circle shifts come in here, 7. They're like, okay, we can take this high ground, we can leverage this against our opponents, and I think it was really good for them to have options available.
Yeah, and at the end, I mean, you saw them being able to react to Koa once Koa was trying to get an angle on them.
Okay,
Quick reaction, making sure you eliminate them, and now you turn that into a 2v1. Redox was just not going to be able to do much. One team that I did see there towards the bottom of the leaderboard, and I kind of have to call them out, is going to be AXTMG. Once again, with this hot drop on Nonsham Red Force, you could tell Nonsham Red Force does not like that. I mean, they're wondering if it's going to be happening tomorrow. Now, the reason why I bring this team up is because for AXTMG, Sandhawk is usually their best map. Now it's time to put up or shut up for that team and make sure they get points going into Erangel.
It's not BMPS, you know, you don't have as many Sandhawks as they have over there. And why do you want to start your best map with a hot drop? Like, I'm sorry, it doesn't matter. You can be good at the map, a hot drop is just pretty much 50-50, and even if you
चलो डन, ये भी हो गया।
you might lose players, and you don't have a chance of winning the
Well,
game.
especially
Yes.
options than ruins down there that nobody's at.
Okay, so what we are doing? What we are doing?
Yeah, I could see why they did it, especially because they remember they won that first hot drop back in group stage, and then it kind of forced them out. So they're feeling themselves, they're feeling confident.
Yeah.
They think they're gonna do it again, but that was not the case. I'm hoping that one of these two teams is gonna be giving up, and if it's any team, I would highly suggest for AXTMG to just step away.
You're talking about AXTMG, R8, Yangon Galacticos. That was happening in Paradise Resort. I thought it was completely resolved after the group stage, right? We know where all these teams drops. You know these compounds, these cities are overtaken. Why is it happening again when you only have, again, 12 games? You need to make every game count, so this is going to hurt them really, really badly here for the survival stage.
Very small sample size of 12 games. And if 2 games on a Sandhawk are going to be an aggressive starts and things like that, I would argue in a really long form tournament.
अच्छा मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा कि एक्चुअली अच्छा दिख रहा है ना, तो ठीक है। हाँ ठीक है, मैं काम कर रहा था पहले
I
and
mean, at the same time, only 2
it
of
was
them.
not showing.
I would rather you go trash drop near Paradise and not take that for only 2 Sandhawks.
There are so many
Oh,
teams-
amazing! Dipanshu Verma, welcome to the stream, Dipanshu. How are you?
Fair enough, but you could also just drop around, as you said, go for the trash locations around it and shut down the rotation of that team's trying to exit, because we have this trend of circles going always Northwest Island. It's happening every time. So you just
अरे यार, पता है बड़ा दिक्कत
Between Paradise
हो रहा है
and
ये मेरे को।
Northwest Island, easy 4 points, like it's easy.
We've seen some teams in the past being able to do that and actually succeed with it as well.
Yeah, I mean, I can appreciate. So, for example, because we get so many of those Northwest Islands on Sandhook here, Max, you don't have Thunder Talk in the lobby. You don't have Alter Ego in the lobby. So I like the adaptation that we see from Intense Games to try and drop up there. I mean, it's obviously a great spot if you can make it work. And we see Circle so commonly up there, but it really didn't materialize for them in this game.
Actually, yeah, of course, Intense Game is the obvious outlier that they took the E-Arena, the Alter Ego spot, of course, going into that.
Yep.
I want to highlight Regnum Karya. They know, oh, wait, that position is going to be free right away. We're going to send it right in the compound next to where typically Alter Ego or Thunder Talk would tend to play. So they snatch it very early on. I do think, unfortunately, E-Arena had a very similar idea and cracked the same compound. Like, you're already here, what's going on? But that did, unfortunately, result in an early elimination of Regnum Karya.
Well, not even early elimination. They fought for so long. It came down to 18 minutes, and then that's when the
फाइनली आ ही गए लाइव 1000 बार बनाने के बाद यार मैं लाइव यार मैं तो रोज आ जाऊँ पता है दिक्कत क्या होती है ना कि जब मैं गेम खेलता हूँ ना थोड़ा बहुत तो मैं ना बहुत आलसी हो जाता हूँ मतलब बहुत आलस में खेलता हूँ तो मन नहीं करता आने का बाकी तुम बताओ अगर अच्छा गेम होगा तो पक्का आएंगे यार वैसे ही बड़ी मुश्किल से टाइम मिला है
You had some players from Nunshan Red Force being able to now move on to the North Island. One thing I was kind of thinking about in my head, I was like, man, they're not clearing. They're not clearing that player towards the bottom, and he's going to be able to get him. I'm not sure, I can't remember at the top of my head if he did end up getting Rebel or not. But then on top of that, they know where TZ was. Still on the South Island, and they still go for that push without any cover. It's just crazy mistakes for Alpha 7 to be making.
It felt like them and Fireflux both knew there is someone down there. We can't take the coastline as easily as we would like. You have to clear them out. And then it felt like almost as if Alpha 7
अभी सेकंड मैच स्टार्ट होगा तब बजाएंगे अरे तो भाई कैम ऑफ कर दिया करिए क्या हाँ तो फिर क्या तुम्हें तो लेकिन तुम्हें तो माइनक्राफ्ट ही खेलना ना माइनक्राफ्ट तो देखेंगे यार माइनक्राफ्ट के लिए तो फिर टाइम निकालना पड़ेगा प्रॉपर्ली
very surprising that even if you can't get rid of him because he's going to play very sneaky, play behind the ridge, he does not want to get eliminated. But the fact that they just send it on rocks and trees,
वैसे भी आप
can just destroy your
इतने बिजी पर्सन बन गए हैं
so I think Alpha 7 is the well in this game that this is survival stage.
हाँ भाई चल ठीक है खेलेंगे
Like slightly good position, you need to be very careful when you take them over.
Yeah, definitely a wake-up call. And the thing is that we usually see a team being able to like kind of set up themselves. If you know that there's a player there, yeah, send 2 players in the vehicle, but at least
ना माइनक्राफ्ट बोरिंग हो गया हाँ ना वही क्या गेम खेलना बताओ फिर वो खेल लेंगे मोबाइल गेम नहीं बताया पीसी गेम बताना प्लीज
wow moment for me is like you cannot be making these mistakes, especially in an area that they have won games before in PMSL.
Roblox खेलिए PUBG हाँ Roblox खेल सकते हैं बट लेकिन Roblox के लिए बंदे चाहिए वो बच्चों के साथ मजे नहीं आते
Okay, actually Alpha 7 getting completely destroyed by Tizzy and the off angle over the side of that river. Let's just get an off angle.
जैसे आजकल लोग खेल रहे हैं लिम्बो टाइप की लिम्बो खेल रहे हैं आजकल बहुत अच्छे गेम खेल रहे हैं लोग खेलने का तो
So I think we've seen a lot more in this one game alone here, 7, of Falcons than the entirety of the group stage.
And for Falcons, one thing that was a little bit sketchy for me was going to end up being just Raouf maybe overextending too much.
Yeah, we've got to look out for that. Well, thank you very much, gentlemen. It is time now to head over to the commentators. Game number 2, we change things up and head to the grassy pastures of Erringel.
Thank you very much, James. Excited for this one, but I think for the teams, Blank, you can see they are erring on the side of caution. We have seen moments of panic, frustration, specifically in the case of R8. And man, some decision-making where it feels like everyone's a bit more timid today. The survival stage and the title that comes with that, you can feel the true force in this arena.
Some of the teams are absolutely at risk. At Kayla risk. Oh yeah, of going over the edge.
That's actually pretty good.
Yep.
I like that. I like that. And I tell you what, you'll like our official.
Yes, the map feed is live on the PUBG Mobile official esports channel.
Of course, if you want to follow the games in the same way that me and Blank do when we're in the casting booth and we've got both screens up at the same time.
PC के लिए एक गेम है ट्रेन सिमुलेटर करके नाम याद नहीं है बट PC के ही है हाँ ठीक है बताना खेलेंगे देखेंगे उसे ढूंढ के बताना ढूंढ के निकालेंगे हफ्ते में दिन खेलने के लिए I think Erangel है next one.
As it comes at you live here from Riyadh. Very excited to see how this one plays out because you're right. I think it's a perfect opportunity to bring this up. It's just they're stressed.
Yeah,
they're stressed, and it's not fun to look at. Teams, the tension is so tight, and I'm feeling like for some of these teams that string's going to snap and it's going to be explosive. I'm going to get back into this. I mean, you see Rebel, it's rubbing the eyes. I mean, he is. That last game, I mean, yeah, rub the eyes. Blind to Binny.
Apparently so, right? It just felt like they knew about those positions. They were aware of what they had to do, but when it came down to decision making, it just wasn't Alpha 7. It really wasn't. It didn't have that same caliber that we know they can play to. Yeah, I don't know, man. I was saying to you, it feels almost like you're watching 4 individuals that are fighting amongst themselves. It's not that sort of team ethic that we saw that took them to that title win last year, and a lot can change in 12 months.
Mafioso was the rock for that team, and now it's kind of squash who's that player for them. It's weird as well, because for Alpha 7, I mean, those 3 players have been together for the longest time. They have some very good grouping and play well off the back of one another. But I think the days are gone now where Revo could kind of just step up to absolutely anybody in the lobby.
You can actually #1 #2 करके.
I think he has to play
I didn't know it. So I go sleepy. Alhaji.
Anyway, we banged on a lot about Alpha 7 there. Currently on a split up towards that north side. Let's hope it goes well in this game for them. And instead, let's take a look at Falcons. The last game could be described as some sloppy maneuvers. I think that they could make it through to the top 8 with that kind of play style. They looked a lot more solid over in PMSL EU. And I think they need to get back into things. I think for them, honestly, the pressure is probably less on here in survival stage, and it's pulled back a little bit, you know? That pressure to go straight to main stage, of all the crowd cheering for them, not as much for them here over in the survival stage. But again, it is still Koos making a lot of those big movements, a lot of those big decisions, and I'd like to see some more of the team, you know, step up for them, because right now you can't be the only one making those plays, forcing the team into good positions.
Yeah, I think again on that note as well, you could see sort of the high pressure decision making. The comms looked a little bit messy, and in the survival stage, I just don't think you can be allowed that luxury. It's got to be point perfect. The choreography needs to be nailed every time. And if we're ever looking at them where it feels like, oh, you know, it's paralysis by analysis, they're not able to instantly make that heads-up call, I just don't think that embodies how that team needs to play. We'll see, though, obviously. Game 1, right, we'll put it to one side. Let's focus up on the rest of the survival stage today. We're going to our second outing now. We'll see how the land starts to lie. Of course, relatively close grouping for the mid-portions of the teams there. Not gigantic point earners for the most part.
For Fireflux, I bet they're very pleased about the Sandhawk. I think it's been quite a while since we've seen an actual good Fireflux Sandhawk. I think they were always in the conversation towards the end game, but getting themselves a chicken dinner must feel very, very good. You saw them shouting. They were elated by that win. It's a good
डिस्कॉर्ड में देखिए लिंक भेजा हूँ स्टेप डाउन करने के. डिस्कॉर्ड पे आऊँ क्या? रुको मैं डिस्कॉर्ड पे ही आता हूँ. रुको wait a second, guys. Just give me a moment.
Outing, you know, it was pretty decent, all things considered. Couldn't quite best over towards some other teams, but I think overall it was a very, very good result for them. Sort of came out of nowhere on that last day and just jumped and jumped and jumped. For Regnum Kari, on the other hand, there have been some really good games. I think in their 2 days of play, the group stage, there were some really cool moments for them. What I think happened,
कौन सी वाला है भाई? कहाँ भेजा है? मेरे को नहीं दिख रहा.
They had a lot of situations where they could have capitalized, like Alter Ego, but failed to transition.
Thank you जाता है भाई ये. बड़ी दिक्कत है इस चीज़ से.
And I think if they were able to do that, I think that would have given them the confidence and the momentum to push even further. So I just think for Regnum,
ये जोकर the industry हो जाए जो. ओ भाई गाड़ी से पेल.
It's interesting as well because they've had some amazing games. The team that always felt like they could have made similar plays was Regnum Kari. They were always in very similar positions in the circles we saw there. But like you say, just didn't quite capitalize on it. And we saw how well that went for 4 Thrives, right? Suddenly you absolutely blow the way up. They're looking fantastic, racking up those results. And yeah, I mean, again, man, like we're coming into this, they're one of the teams that you would expect to be able to make it out from this portion of survival stage. And I think with the talent, they should be able to bring it. But obviously, you've got to show that in the lobby.
I think you would be disappointed not to see them go through. And it's funny, actually, because the way things actually shape up right now, barring, let's say, E-Arena, which I feel bad to say, I think that's the only team that I'm sort of skeptical about. But if all 8 of these teams made it through to the finals, I think I'd be quite
It's
happy
very
with that, honestly. I think that makes sense. You know, Firefox all the way down to Regnum Kaya in 8th place now, probably would switch out E-Arena with Horror.
मिला भाई कहाँ मुझे मैसेज नहीं दिखा कहाँ भेजा है मैसेज
Make that big impressive maneuver.
अच्छा ये 500 हाँ मिल गया ठीक है भाई इसे देखता हूँ ना बाद में we'll see
for now. See how it develops. Oh, AX, okay.
AX A7 review की फाइट हो रही है लीड आया
Only a few left in the back pockets, couple thrown out. Relatively fragmented as well. It's Devotee that's kind of trapped on an island. Cyrax there, but the Bazon to support, not the best range.
Yeah, absolutely running low on ammo as well. And I mean, for Alpha 7, they've had to back off because it's danger close on the other side of Regnum Kaya pushing up that way. Intense game playing around hospital. Typically, Regnum Kaya is quite good at playing this position.
बहुत ज़्यादा जीबी का गेम है कोई दिक्कत नहीं है भाई कितना ही होगा आजकल तो मैं भी गॉड ऑफ वॉर खत्म कर रहा हूँ गॉड ऑफ वॉर रैग्नारोक खत्म कर रहा हूँ मैं रैग्नारोक बस आखिरी के 2 बचे हैं ठीक है
Quite a nice shot from Henry there. Good distance.
पता है कभी भी यहाँ पर आके कूदना नहीं चाहिए भाई मैं एक बार कूदा ऐसी और भाई पता नहीं क्या हुआ सीधे फिसल के नीचे पट 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 भाई मर गया
She's not going to eat damage from the front line. Mafioso as well can kind of hold Edgard in this, get a bit of a read on where they're going.
Your only difficulty, right, is you getting pincered.
पता नहीं I think Cyrex वाली टीम को ये AMTX वाली टीम को भाई वो करना चाहिए भाई मतलब पोजीशन के लिए खेलना चाहिए
There's a lot of sight lines looking up towards that location. You can get pushed easily and then you become the pincered team. Typically, if no one heads up here, Alpha 7 does need to be very careful about this southwest side of Everest. Regnum Kaya, that's going to play it slow. Yep. Absolutely don't want to be doing that. I think you did see clear that actually go down to scout the building that currently Regnum Kaya have held. And it's a good spot. It's a very, very good spot to play. Quite open around there. You do have this little ridge side here which prevents you from taking shots to teams that do situate themselves on this locale. But this is going to provide information back fairly quickly to Korea.
मुझे मारोगे नहीं मेरे को ना नींद आने लग गई है पता नहीं क्यों आज मैं थोड़ा सो रहा होता है इस टाइम पे बट मैं नहीं सकता क्या करना है गेम ही खेल लेते हैं देख लेते हैं तुम आगे गेम देखने
I think Sky as well, like the close range combat, dude, he was thriving. It felt like he was just kind of, you know, bring me more, bring me more.
No Fear's has his moments, right? And I think the Sky's able to capitalize on them quite a lot. But yeah, No Fear's been opening up a lot of opportunities for this team. I think they fell off quite a large amount towards the end of group stage. Weren't able to quite maintain pace with some of the other teams who were just living in large, right? Alter Ego were living their movie throughout the entirety of that one.
What? Acha, drop the
Horror, they just weren't able to match that. I think here in this type of lobby, it's a much easier locale to really display some of that strength that they have. Now this is an awkward one. You can see a tons of team on the western side of this circle. You're pushing out over towards open ground, over towards Pachinki. You don't necessarily want to head over towards one of those cities nice and early here. But for your team vision, I think heading over towards Church right now, getting that high ground set up, you could easily
I think survival से खाली एक टीम जाएगी फाइनल में कोई ध्यान नहीं है अरे भैया वर्टिकल में स्ट्रीम कीजिए व्यू आते रहेंगे देख अच्छा खेलना में आता है क्या देखने से अच्छा खेलने में आता है अच्छा हाँ आई नो बट लेकिन मेरे को मन नहीं कर रहा था खेलने का
Into a potential bout between Influence Rage there down towards the roadside. Marazin set up a couple shots back over Prestige, taking a hefty hit from Law, bringing down the gavel on that one. And again, you know, we already saw R8, it was frustrating. Their outing in the first game, it hit them heavy. The headsets were thrown off, the team was dejected instantly. So being able to at least withstand an opening pick here and bring yourself back into it, that's going to do more for the men. They do lose Prestige, he's fully taken out, you get the response back over, so 3-3 left on the player count there between them and Influence.
Yeah, Law gets repealed, and like you say, it's a case of we went 3 for 3, right? I think us losing one player, you losing one player, can't be too unhappy.
भाई मैं तो
एक
बस एक और गेम देखेंगे फिर मैं जाऊंगा ना
ठीक है if you went unanswered after that last game where they barely got to play, you're feeling so cold going into that third match. It's very rough, so they have to play
तो जाके मैं आराम करूंगा वो नींद आ रही है
from now if they want to get some more of that practice in, which you hope they've been doing over the past break day, or maybe they're taking a bit more of a relaxer. We'll wait and see. Horror over towards the east, coming in through from Pachinki. Yangon Galacticos down towards the south side though. See if they actually do end up battling against one another. I think they do have a player nice and up in front to hold those players out. Horror's going to have to go for something very quick here.
Could be an interesting head-to-head as well. Both of those teams have been playing with a pace a fair bit throughout the games we've seen from them. I think the Horror as well, you know, a lot of
Actually मैंने फिर से जिम जाना चालू कर दिया ना, मैं इसलिए थकने लग गया हूँ आजकल.
Pretty rough position going through this
मैं
field.
मोटा हो गया फिर से.
A lot of sidelines available over towards it. It's a little bit later in the game now, so not as many teams will be holding this. So they're just going to head over towards the south side of Pachinki. I think that's fair enough. They checked the buildings down towards that south side where Yangon Galacticos currently ended up, and they didn't fancy that smoke. So sending over towards that south side, taking the gamble on that one that no one's picked up in the meantime. They can potentially hold out R8 here, but it looks like R8's heading further down over towards Yangon Galacticos, which might have been a mistake for them.
What the hell? That was good.
Ouch. Straight down towards the fields. Teams have got to plant themselves in here.
Yep.
If someone comes along to water you to sprout into a chicken dinner, kind of combining the analogies there. I don't know if that one really lands.
A battle for harvest.
No, there you go. It's true. Some nice potato growth.
Chicken and potato. We like it. We like it.
Hey, that's a whole dinner.
That is a whole dinner. A lot of teams moving in though, over towards this field. You don't have much choice right now. This is going to have to be a fast migration from a lot of teams. You are burning rubber to get here. But where in here do you go? There's not a lot of options.
Yeah, limited space with a lot of squads to try and balance this out between them.
It's actually a great rotate from Falcons. I'm actually very pleased with this. This is fast. They're into a nice spot. Actually, this is one of the better rotations I've seen Falcons make, because this is a team that frustrates me so much because they'll see it. Never mind. Valo, come on. They'll see it. They'll see a location on the map that's free and they just refuse to take it. Honestly, fair play to these three players that made it through, because this is a good spot. They had to be quick about it. Yeah, sure, maybe Valo lost a tire. That's why he goes down there, and you can sort of respect the fact that
यहाँ पे ये फिर से जाते बचे. Oh, नहीं भाग जा भाई साहब.
I'm pleased. I'm very, very pleased, in fact.
He's smiling whilst he says it. I can attest to that. Get a shot into the back line there as well of AX. Meanwhile, Horror in the rear, just trying to get vision down. A couple of bullets being fired out by Sleepy and Sky. That's Fireflux, of course, that took the opening chicken dinner of the survival stage.
It looks like they're healthy for it. Right? They're giving it this game. They are over towards that northeast side though, and Horror currently has that high ground against them, but plenty of little cover to play around with. This little ridge side as well is a nightmare to assault. I think Horror sent a player far down towards the south though, who might be able to take some shots through. That's no fear. Still, it's not easy.
वैसे ये सब देखने से पैसा मिलता है क्या? लाइक सबको तो नहीं मिलता, मेरे को तो नहीं मिलने वाला, लेकिन हाँ कुछ को मिलता है भाई. इनसे व्यूज आते हैं. मैं तो ऐसे ही देख रहा हूँ, खाली मन कर रहा है. हर कोई देख भी नहीं सकता, लेकिन याद रखना वो लाइसेंस ही होता है. भाई ये गाड़ी से मर रहे हैं भाई, क्या बदतमीज है ये. ले फिर से मर गए ये AX वाले. ये AX वाले हमारी टीम है इंडिया से.
It's Alpha 7. And do get the shots off with a Mini 14 at least back onto AX. The arena similarly nipping at the heels on the chase there. Seems like Lil Boy goes down to Kino Trope. He was able to find that shot towards Narvalo moments ago when they went for the reposition towards the compound where Gamax were holding.
There's some brutal circles, Jackie. It's very brutal. Kind of the crescent moon on the eastern side, just filled with fields, and then kind of open area. The grasslands over towards the western edge. It's a bit bumpy though. And there is some tree lines to work with.
इसलिए पूछा.
Intense game. Does find a nice little neat moment. squeeze through the
नहीं मेरे को
gap
नहीं मिल रहा भाई पैसे
on that west side.
मेरे को नींद आ रही है इसलिए कि मुझे बोर लग रहा है वरना मैं मेरे को मजा आ रहे होते हैं
E-Arena, who would be likely coming from that compound on the
मेरे
west.
पास भी है ना ये वाला जैसे देख रहे हैं ना ये जो बंदे दिख रहा है दूर दूर सिस्टम मेरे पास भी है ये वाला
Heads on a swivel here for Fireflux as well. Found a stab back over towards Vision. Able to take that man down.
पानी भी खत्म हो गया मेरा
Still looking for more, potentially reposition.
एंड यहाँ पे नीड चालू हो चुकी है
Screens here, you can see the nades being cast out down towards intense game. The Dolphins have got to make a move quick.
It's one shot.
Couldn't quite land it though.
Madness. Sleepy does go down. Scarface actually pushes really far out towards the eastern side. It's a nice pickup from him. I don't think he needs to push this too far though. He can probably come back towards the team. He's just making sure that Sleepy ends up in the blue. And he can confirm that, which he will do now. Intense game, lobs, nades. Too close. And then too far. And then yet again.
चलता हूँ नेक्स्ट में मिलते हैं हाँ बाय बाय
On that one, not great.
मैं भी जा ही रहा हूँ यार बस लास्ट मैच देख रहा हूँ इसका मेरे को नींद नहीं आ रही पता नहीं क्यों आज
Shots into horror as well. Obviously Fireflux setting themselves up after picking off one player with the aggro push from Scarface. Everyone else is being able to shoot towards them as they have to bail quite a far distance in open ground.
What is the options here, Jacket?
Just run, man. Head held down.
Falcons do catch off one of the players in Sky. He was getting a little bit too close for comfort for them. But they're going to hold this position. The circle going north as well. Good for Falcons. More time spent in this compound means more time at safety. Silas is able to find the eggs, but Silas will get taken out.
ये हमारी टीम में 0 मर जा रही है भाई
Giving them no chance to pick their player back up again. They had a 2-2 split going on. Wild wasn't able quite to grab him. I say long shot, by the way, down that south side versus Alpha 7, and they find him.
Yeah, that was the steal away from E-Arena as well, even off the back of the knock from R8 there. So Alpha 7 feeling a little bit uncomfortable. Obviously, intense game, similarly in the angle to work with.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't really know why he was peaking that in the first place. Like, they've got to think about what they need to do next. And R8 has
जल्दी मर गए भाई जी
like, there's limited time that they could take that long angle on the western side. I just don't think Mafioso had to make that peak, especially when he's placed himself on the hard edge of the blue as well, where the north side can see you. Not enjoyable. Yeah, I don't see them lasting very long here.
ओ भाई भाई
It was a nice attempt on the rescue mission, I'll give him that. Obviously, for what it is, though, Squash is able to lock this angle down. It's been really crisp as well. Good tracing. You can see even from distance, able to keep on target. Obviously, you run the risk of going for the save on your teammate. Instead, both you go down because of it. So again, it's a really cool game for R8. Meanwhile, here we can see E-Arena on the crash.
गया ये भी गया एक अगर है क्या मरेगा मर जाएगा
Intense game. Flashbang right in the corner. Keep you concussed. The shotgun comes out. Joker.
आई भी गया
What's
happening
Intense game.
8 elims again for E-Arena. Weird moments where E-Arena has these cool plays, but then will completely cool off. The engine will stall, and we see if that happens right here, right now versus Alpha 7s. They make their way up. They hear the fighting. It's a good opening knock, and they're sending more in. What are you doing? Oh, let him crawl in at least.
So grouped, they give that one up basically for free with the shrapnel being thrown over from Alpha 7. Al-Haji even taking pot shots from the side, now got an angle on the top of the ridge. The nade follow-up, that should basically be E-Arena completely blown to bits. I mean, you've got one guy, it's just Joker trying to get away. Everyone else in a horrific position.
It's a good clean up onto intense game, but if you're E-Arena there, now's not the time to start looting up, it's the time to get going. Right, you got to figure out your next move. Teams are moving in from your south side, you should know that from that compound.
Okay, ये क्या एक बंदा गया क्या पता नहीं मेरे को लग रहा है सारे मैच बहुत फास्ट फास्ट जा रहे हैं आज ना पता सब लोग ट्राई कर रहे हैं ऊपर रहने का एंड टू बी ऑनेस्ट जो सबसे ऊपर रहेगा वही सबसे अच्छा खेलेगा
And that bountiful harvest we were talking about earlier might not be quite coming through for a lot of our teams.
हो गया एक और गया
Color getting the spot there on towards Solus. Damage back.
मुझे कितनी जल्दी सारी टीम खत्म हो गई भाई
to show his impact. Power Gaming, revving the engines, keeping the momentum going. For R8, they did get the revive back up onto the knocked players. There is still 2 alive in commission. That was Marth with the heads-up maneuver to keep him up whilst the attention was turned from Alpha 7. Of course, on that E-Arena crash that we saw moments ago.
For R8, they made it a fair way into this game. I think they had to. They needed something to give themselves a little bit of confidence going into the next matches after that first one where it looked brutal for them. It looked absolutely brutal. Power in the meantime, focused over on this western side of the map, ruining all of our
Only Jiggle is remaining.
Making one shot after another. Stragglers. The more they clear on the western side as well, the more strength they'll have in towards that end game. It looks like Easy's going to scout down over towards Alpha 7 here. We're getting peppered.
And this is that split from Reg and Karia that aren't actually in a bad position whatsoever. You can see the bullets over from Loxy. He's got them pinned in. Marth trying to take a couple of shots from the side as well. See if he can steal away anything from this. And Revo's realizing, man, like the entire team is just being cauterized. You can't get towards one another. You are trapped in position. Marth getting the headshot on that as well, coming back to haunt them. They threw the first stone. But instead, that's just fragmented the entire team for a late game finish on this one.
ये छुपा हुआ है, देखिए बच सकता है, लेकिन अगर ये पंगे नहीं लेगा तो.
Again, for Korea, I respect their attempt. I mean, he had to get out there, couldn't wait around for the vehicle to pop. It would have taken his life. He's managed to crawl all the way across the Revo, though.
Kind of impressive. He's actually made it that far.
Yeah, it's a good smoke train. Eden goes for a blind nade. A guess on it. Just having a look at the smokes. Toshbik goes down, as does Loxy. That's a double knock on the nade. Wild's not there to assist, and this should be a free.
Oh, भाई, R8 भाई मारते हैं तो अच्छा मारा भाई.
Through those slits on the top of the shack there as well. What a nade that comes through there. Oh,
nice.
I think you leave. I think if you're Wild, you're looking for a survival game.
And when my team is out.
Cut your losses on that one.
Yeah. No one to fold him.
Exactly, man. Can't be going for these gambles right
They
now.
only power.
This is not the time to do it. I mean, at least with the reset, obviously you've got the 2 players from Alpha 7. They were able to get the pick back up in Korea so they can play off one another, but they have to just bail. The position was compromised for so long. Kinotrope inside of the slight hut there. Back towards the hovercraft. Tuck in, see if they could steal that one. Key's still in it. Nade over the top, just into the backline. If that's on target, it could be uncomfortable, and they're pinned in at least. You got the flames in front of them, the nade over the backside. Horror getting hit by Easy as well, makes that look easy.
And bhai.
Stage Korea goes down. Just Revo still up. Nongshin Red Force in the backlines as well, taking shots. Some good nades, some good ordnance coming through from Kinotrope to keep them at bay. In the meantime, Falcons will have to deal with Gamax on this north side eventually. They played a slow game with one of the only teams that had a compound for this long, but they need to step up now. Right, versus Gamax, this is where they need to win this fight. I think it would be a crying shame if they lose this engagement.
It's insane as well that like Fireflux have just been able to set themselves up and live their movie. Just sit pretty, consistent damage down. Obviously, you had Alpha 7 trapped, so that's just a free.
Oh, bhai, yeah, nade tha bhai.
Take away that team.
Very good nade.
And they have been sharing this land for so long. I mean, Gamax have basically been sat here with 2 players
the
of
damage.
absolute age.
I get that they were wanting to wait for the pushes to come through, but I do think they could have held off on those nades a little bit. But I think Falcons just wanted to confirm their cause on this north side. It sort of makes sense. They will have to move down now. It really depends on how aware they are of the rest of the circle. Like, what's the scenario? What's the situation? Have they been keeping tabs? This is a long ramp from Koa over towards Power, which I personally think is really dangerous.
Yeah, this is kind of insane. Honestly, this is a Power that look really strong in this match especially. They've been playing some great PUBG Mobile. The fights they've been taking, it's heads up, it's quick decision making, they're relying on one another. Push into this, you better be ready, Blank.
Yeah, it's nice. It's very nice. I will say, though, from Koa, the ramp he made on at least his hillside, quite safe to go for, but he does not give a damn. Koa is dragging the team at times, kicking and screaming into these locations. And if it's the case that Ralph's making these calls, Koa is absolutely on the money when it comes to it. He's like, you want me to go scout that? I'll do it right now. No hesitation. And that's an initial knock coming through over towards Ragnar.
Yeah, that might have thrown you a bone. That's from R8 as well. So it was R8 being able to get the shot into the back line. They could engage off of this. It'd be the opportunity to go for it. Obviously, you can get that player back up pretty quickly, though. They're giving them time to work with on this. They've got a little bit of cover for it.
Yeah, they have to move down, but I think they understand that for power, they've got to move first. Likely they'll send south, which I think Easy's doing right now. Kino Troops just been living inside that shack for a long, long time. No one's been able to get close enough to send nades in. It is very much in the open. 2 loot crates to work with, though, for Fireflux, so they get a gift from up on high.
It's tight on the elims as well. 7 for power, 6 for both Nonshin Red Force and Fireflux. You feel like they basically just had freedom to wait for the push to come towards them. Easy set up with a bit of paranoia about Marth's angle. He knows where he is now off the back of the shots that were fired over. Just the risky run of leaving yourself exposed from the back.
Doxy's gonna move, and soon. Ralph knows it, just hold the angle. Has a rough idea now where the other players are, from Fireflux at least. Pass that information back across. We'll take this shot, and he was just looking off to the right. Oh, caught slacking. Ketch will pick up that elim. They could crash this if they wanted. I think they'd much rather get rid of power though first.
Still the moves power have been making. You're the push back over onto Marth. You steal away the bit of cover from him for now. Still 3 players alive. Getting a lot of reads onto this. Attention being drawn over towards Fireflux as well from the majority of the squads. And the Kenotrope still just being able to live on borrowed time. Just sat tucked in, dropping the smokes, keeping it uncomfortable for teams to get close.
Again, I think what's happening right now is that
Okay.
nades used
Wait.
Falcons versus Gavax, which I think was unnecessary. They were going to go down at some point either way, as that blue pushed them out. Koa does find Ketch. What a shot. And what a timing on it. No one goes down, and they can crash it. I think they have to crash it. Ralph's going to send in first here. Dropping as much medication as possible. Complete misread on the angle. Has to be happening from Redox. Koa's left behind, and Madcap lives this one out.
Oh, man. The shots from the side from Kenotrope are huge as well to buy time, and this comes back to bite them in the bottom. I mean, you can get the res
Right.
back up, get him in position. They've
ये
still
तो
got
बहुत
good
गलत हो
damage to
गया.
fight with on this one. Fragments them massively. And for power, they might be in a spot to potentially steal some of this away. You got the scout from the Hedan at least looking for the read back over.
I'm just not entirely sure what the idea was. I think they'd bought themselves some time, in which case they could start looking out over towards power. They didn't even bother to try and scout those players. Ketch is going to send out of the way, immediately ducks down, M79 in the hands, but it will be Ragnar to find those shots, just barely clipping him through the grass. I don't know why Ralph would have wanted that angle in the first place. I think your only option was to wrap west.
भाई Falcon, okay.
For Fireflux, it was awkward as
Yeah,
well.
Falcon
Supplies
कैसे
were running
देखते
so
हैं
low,
क्या
he
होता
had
है.
no shells left for that, so when he drops, couldn't fire out smoke to shroud himself. Both of them now go down. You're out of commission, leaves us with a final 3.
Falcon भाई टेजर जा रहा है. अगर इसको साइड वाला उसने देख लिया.
Belly on the ground, looking for the angle towards
हो गया.
Kenotrope.
Oh.
So exposed. He can take the shack though and play
ओ
it.
भाई ले गया. ओ बच गया.
There's a player on his
ओ बच गया भाई. क्या बचा भाई. नहीं अभी हो जाएगा.
Ragnar with the angle, made over the backside, shots at the feet, so low on HP. One bullet in a dream is all that he'd need. The peak back up. Oh, the knock on the Ragnar fragments power, but they've still got the manpower advantage on this one, and it's down.
भाई पता है लास्ट के मोमेंट तो मजा आता है ना देखना गेम को. कहीं नहीं आता भाई पूरे गेम में.
Shrouded with the smokes, but bullets coming in from 3 separate angles.
It's a nightmare scenario. Just has to guess the angles. We'll just
And yes, bro. Power rain.
It seems like the player on that team that sort of has his head screwed on a little bit. I don't understand that push from Ralph. I don't know why he'd want that position from Fireflux. Again, he just try and wrap on top of power. It's an interesting one, Jackie. But again, Falcons do get themselves a second place. I love that they push that position. A lot of times they just won't take those opportunities when they're right in front of them, and this time at least they picked up the leaflet.
Yeah, they bit at it when it was provided. It might not have been as clean as they were hoping for, but I tell you what, for power, they were mopping up squads like a spilled drink. Some fantastic action on that one. A great second game, an early chicken dinner, and looking more like the power that we know and love.
It is about time there for power as well to start pushing
ओए,
these numbers up.
क्या था ये, मजा आ गया भाई लास्ट में तो.
Very well played. Obviously sweeping on that western side was really nice. Heading up that top side, it's an unfortunate game for Narvalo. I think we've had plenty of moments there where Narvalo has gone down a little bit early. Not necessarily his fault, just a struggle on the rotation. In the meantime, we're going to head right over and rotate back to the desk after this short break.
भाई कुछ लोग ज़्यादा तगड़े थे भाई. चलो यार ठीक है ना, मैं तो नहीं थक रहा हूँ, तो आज के लिए हम इतना ही करते हैं इसको. एंड बाकी हम करेंगे कल कंटिन्यू, ठीक है. तब तक टाटा बाय बाय, गुड नाइट. मिलते हैं आपसे डे 2 पे. मैं सो गया हूँ अब, ठीक है, दिक्कत नहीं आएगी कल. बाय बाय.